We haven't seen it go up against the better teams, the more experienced teams, but we've seen great mechanics, great opportunity spotting coming in from Mueza here on the show. If you look at the side for Fnatic Onyx though, the only real target, I guess, will be the Moskov and the Hayabusa, but that is enough. Deterring the assassin from going in without repercussion can be enough for them to really stop Albert, considering the concerns for Albert with the passivity that he has on these assassins. This could be the the right solution here to discourage him from making any of those plays happen.
Looking at the graphs though, I feel like it's a bit more of an equal draft from the draft index. But anything can happen in the Lion of Dawn. Stats don't matter as long as you execute your A-OK. Now can they dethrone the Sky Kings once again? Another team is gonna take down the Quills of Onyx. Is it going to be Dewa United or is it going to be Onyx? Fnatic Onyx?
I guess we'll just have to see. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the Land of Dawn. Will the downfall of Fnatic Onyx continue in the hands of Dewa? Or will it start to rise again, the new age of the Sky Kings?
You're seeing both teams trying to find for info, but Keyboy has really been able to go in and abuse the level 1 continuous damage that the Hylas has at his disposal. For now, to look at the mid lane, it's going to be a trade coming in. The difference between just big bursts of damage compared to the constant buzzing. The constant zapping coming in from the Zaz. Look at Mueza though, trying to secure the Lita for his team. He might get punished for it.
Crazy mid-prio from Fnatic Onyx with Sans on the Lilia.
Yeah, and now, looking at the emblem by IndieHome, by Telkomsel, Rashi, anything that really stands out for you?
Master Assassin and the Firmness coming in for Watt here. Wants to be aggressive, wants to assert dominance on the carry. Not really the most foreign of sights. Keyboy going for full tankiness, of course, and Sans with the Inspire is trying to make plays, man. He wants that cooldowns as low as possible, more damage, more outplay potential, more Sans that we know and love.
But Mueza, though, that's an interesting pick there, going for a thrill, so we know the drill, Rashi.
It's a bit more damage coming through, helps with the wave clear, helps with the 1v1 technically, if he's gonna try and zone or fight for contest against the Hylas, right? Like he's on the Zaz, you can see how annoying it is when the Nightmare spawn is put so far behind the lines of the minions, kind of zones away your laning opponent. That is a strength that a lot of current mages in the meta have at their disposal, man. The Aurora, the Zask, and the Tsushin kind of operate the same way, and from there, they are going to go for the turtle.
Keyboy opening up, getting the Sundown Res. Doesn't have level 4 just yet, no penalty zone Ray. Gonna be caught, still has the sword, able to get the enhanced sword out on the Retribution win, but now gets taken out by Keyboy's DOT. Albert taken out by Mueza. Despite not having the way to Dragon, Keyboy still able to escape the penalty zone. Finally from Rez, the hammer comes down, and now even a spear. Mueza assassinating Keyboy in the back line as Sans continues his chase. But remember the thrill for Mueza, doing a whole lot for them, but Rez is able to finally get that dub for Fnatic Onyx.
And the rest doing also a whole lot for Fnatic Onyx. Looking pretty sound for its debut fight, 1-0-2. The penalty zone, Rashi, just punishes everyone with Dewa United.
And it's such a delayed penalty zone coming in there, because we thought the fight was over, and then it kind of restarted. Look at Keyboy once again looking for Prio. Dewa were able to get the turtle though in that fight, so maybe they will think it's worth it. Now it's back to the waiting game, where in theory, it should be Mueza looking around trying to make the ganks happen with the more reliable, the longer duration crowd control. But Keyboy is doing a great job matching his movement, kind of zoning him away from opportunities.
Talent prediction by Aplikasi Baru GoPay. It looks like it's a bit divided here.
Interesting.
For Dewa United in the English desk. Now, I trust Dewa United, but what's your reason, Miracle, in this case?
Honestly, it's Rez's first time on stage. It feels like, for me, I think Dewa have a chance to go for it, but I want to ask you, what's that 2-0 about? At least I gave it 2-1, to Dewa.
Well, Onyx right now, they're not really in the best of position. I feel like it's going to be hard for them to bounce back, especially with a new rookie, just pretty much the same reason as you. Looking at this, ooh, CW, fancy feet.
Oof. Big movements from CW. The Purify was still available. And from Mueza, the Purify on CW and Sans definitely makes Albert the main target. But look at this.
Good Earth Shatter. The Quad Shadow connected in the back. He's forced to use a Dominator's Ascent. Mueza. No way the Dragon committed just yet. Just with the Gikundo. Keyboy taking low. The Dominator's Ascent just chunking them. Great setup for Dewa as they look towards the neutral objective.
And already an advantage for Dewa United, but Fnatic Onyx Res already making an intelligent play here, dragging the turtle towards the side of Fnatic Onyx, so it can play out better for them. Sans just zoning everyone away.
Putting the blooms down. Actually, great setup, Albert. No level 4 just yet. Moeza gonna be caught in the shadow kill. And now on the turtle, Ray jumps in, trying to go for the Rex. The Albert wins it out. Moeza.
Oh!
Kundo into the shot. Post Spear Destruction! Sans gets the glooms. Picks up the kill. Chorizo forced to onward, backward.
Great plays from Onyx there. The poke coming through, the AoE just winning them the fight overall. And of course, getting the turtle there, that's unfortunate for Dewa. They sent Moeza in to try and zone away Albert, but with the shadow kill, that is why the Hayabusa is just so much more difficult to try and zone out in the current meta. Here's a game fact though by our new application, GoPay.
Yep, throughout Rez's journey in Mpl Id, he has 67% win rate from a total of 9 picks on Chorizo, so it's pretty sound. Meanwhile though,
Good kick. Keyboy pops in Glorious Pathway, unable to survive right now as a shadow kill. Won't be used up just yet. Just the quad shadow Albert. Jumping to the back, now back and forth now with the shadow kill too. No quad shadow Albert, can he survive? Gets knocked out by the chain. And what picks him up now?
Whoa.
Penalty zone in the flicker. Ray gonna be caught still though. Rez, does he have enough damage? He tries to go for what? A bit too greedy from the rookie. Rez punished by Ray. Spear Destruction. I don't think CW will be taking that one though.
and also a bit greedy from the whole team overall. Sans with a very uncharacteristic.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, Chorizo is punishing them in the mid lane. Sans had the black shoes, Arashi, and he didn't manage to pop it in time.
I mean, for Fnatic Onyx, they're really trying to go for a decisive fight right there. But you have to remember, when it comes to the fighters, the cross control tools available, Devil United has so much more at their disposal. The fact that Rez came in with a flicker even with a penalty zone to try and really capitalize, to try and save that fight somehow, and yet he was still going for 2 kills instead of 1. I feel that was a bit too greedy there to try and go for Ray and Watt at the same time. Definitely a mistake he won't be making too often again. Looking at the difference here in item builds, considering that the gold difference has shrunk, Thunderbelt for Chorizo means that he has a lot more respectable damage. When it comes down to the gold laners though, CW actually having an item advantage technically if you compare him to what?
Terizla though, Rez actually opting to go for the War Axe first, not the Queen's Wings, despite already having troubles.
With the Festival of Blood as well, so maybe he requires a bit more to make it substantial. Where's it though? Zoning Keyboy away, but Chorizo.
No, Rez gonna be kicked back. By the way, the Dragon, great setup earlier. That War Axe not helping him just yet. Dewa United now on the Turtle, Watt clearing out the mid lane, getting so much prio. They should be free for Dewa. Oh, Moeza just with the zone. Sans having to rely on that choke point to disengage. CW on the weak side though, as usual, farming.
Clean one from Dewa United. They took everything from Onyx, but right now,
What a combo! The Young Lord stood no chance against Chorizo and his robot antics.
You thought Chorizo and Ray were trying to rotate to try and stop CW, to try and punish, but they wait there for Albert. That's a great read on the movement coming through. Now with this pressure, immediately moving towards the orange side. Hans though.
Done boom. Moeza still flickering out, baits them in. Spear Destruction. Moeza playing with the pixels in this game.
oh man, just almost the margin of error in this game. And Dewa United right now, 1k gold lead so far against Fnatic Onyx Arashi.
Slowly but surely, Dewa United are getting pressure. There is a lot of wave here available for Fnatic Onyx, so the defend game is going to be still quite reliable later on. With no real long distance high ground, Dewa are going to struggle to try and crack open this base, so Fnatic Onyx definitely can stage some kind of comeback. They have great teamfight initiate tools as well. And of course, with CW being on the weak side, being on the Moscow with great global presence, he's definitely keeping up on farm. And looking at the items, he's still keeping up in gold with Watt as well, so don't count them out just yet. With the 3 item power spike completed, this Moscow definitely has damage to throw around.
For sure. He already built that Tough Boots, a very important item against a Chow, against an Edith. So you can kind of dodge away some of the CCs that they're going to make. But right now, Fnatic Onyx, I feel like with Keyboy on the Hylos, there's not much engages that they're going to make.
Two-man Earth Shadow created with the Dragon on Keyboy. Watt unable to disrupt enough damage. And that's chain coming down as Rez is able to disengage with the team with the penalty zone. Keyboy's still very, very low. Pops in to conceal. The glowing wand burning him down, but it'll end up being 1-0.
It's unfortunate for Dewa there. there were low HP bars available for Fnatic Onyx, but they're unable to really find the one target to really burst down immediately. Whereas for Fnatic Onyx, they're just able to find the more reliable play because Mueza is just diving in so deep here in these fights to really find that extra bit of pick. Litho will fall into the hands of Dewa though, so T-Boy will be trying to make something happen. Look at Keys though.
Whoa, good flick around. Throws it over to Watt, says, hey, take this damage from me, and he gets out. CW though, as usual, in the weak side. Just clearing the turret, now tier 2, he's on it. He's through the Spear of Destruction to cancel the recall earlier. Another free objective for Calvin Winata.
Play with the macros, something that Fnatic Onyx is known for in Indonesia over the past few seasons. That is why they were the 4P champions. But right now, what can they do? They were united. Might be this one, CW!
Whoa! Mueza, what a read! CW gets a pin down though with the Spear of Misery, jumps back away with a Mistwalker. Watt walking forward. CW tries to go for the 2v1 play, but it doesn't work out. Two members down though in the bottom lane. They're gonna be forced to recall. Great dishes out some damage, puts down the chain. Rez caught on the Dominators Descent, forced to use the DPC Sorizo in the midst of it all, deals so much damage with a Primal Wrath 2. Dewa wins out in the fight. The Lord, though, goes to the hands of Fnatic Onyx, but look at Rain. Still has that red tree. Albert on the high end. No purple buff for him.
Oh man, Fnatic Onyx, they got the Lord, but at what cost? Everyone is dying left and right for them.
They still have the waves available for use, but with 3 members down, actually CW already back up. Dewa can try and clear this Lord very early on, but they have to be careful of Fnatic Onyx response. Mueza waiting for a chance to try and go for a trap, waiting for Suns. Whew.
Forces out the black shoes. He's not going to risk that one. Yeah, he doesn't have Purify.
Not right now. Dewa are going to try and clear the waves for a bit. Fnatic Onyx still have the top wave to play around with, and CW, of course, with the Spear of Destruction, can still make the split push play once more. It's a great play by Dewa to get the 3 kills to kind of stop Fnatic Onyx from capitalizing on that Lord play. All things considered, though, it's still a very, very close game.
Yep. Also considering that the audience prediction is definitely favoring Fnatic Onyx 78-22. So people still do believe that this downfall of Onyx seems like a bit more of a temporary thing than something that's set in stone. We're gonna see the result though after this match. But right now, so far, things are not looking very good for the Porcupines.
We're seeing them group around as 4 here, just concerned about the pickup potential. So Rizzo though, trying to play, but look at Mueza.
Oh, penalty zone to the back, so Rizzo's still able to flicker out, but Sans chases him in the back line as well. Albert getting knocked out by the way the Dragon. No follow-up, no Mueza still able to escape. The Dominators Descent, Chunk and Rest down, and now the blink forward! Revitalized from Keyboy to save Rest. Spear of Destruction tried to go for Mueza in the back there, but they get 1 turret, they get 1 XP lane.
Keyboy, man, he's still making TikTok plays on a non-TikTok hero somehow. Saving Riz from the death. You can see there the Lord advantage from Fnatic Onyx. The gold benefit actually favors towards Dewa United, but they got a lot of tower HP, Rashi.
So far, again, still very, very equal, but Keyboy, man, Go-Go Gadget, the health dispenser, coming through with a Revitalize. Now for both teams, it's with the waiting game. Fnatic Onyx kind of broke the pattern by being the aggressors there, sending Rez in aggressively. And you can see that Dewa, they're struggling to really output the damage because Watt, he has the items, even the Wind of Nature now, a bit more security compared to CW who went for the Malefic War for more damage. But Watt is still consistently getting zoned away because there's so many ways for Fnatic Onyx to kind of threaten him. On the flip side, Holy Crystal for both the Zask and the Julian. Dewa has a lot of burst damage available, but if they can only lock someone down from Fnatic Onyx, with Onyx being so mobile, especially with Rez having the Queen's Wings now, the damage reduction can be critical in deciding how this next fight goes.
And speaking of that, you know, Rashi, the item for Keyboy, the items for him, very greedy. Actually, just opting to go for components. He has 3 components. Doesn't know. I actually don't know what he's going to go for. First, he's on the way to a Queen's Wings, it seems. He's on the way to an Anti-Cuirass and even an Athena Shield. Or maybe a Radiant Armor.
Or even a Clock of Destiny, so he is going for the full component build. No real, I guess it doesn't feel a big threat from a single hero from the side of Dewa. So he wants to be a great all-rounder. But even then, not even the Oracle available just yet to really boost the Revitalize healing and the Glorious Pathway healing. Now look at Onyx though already setting up. Dewa, if they don't want to fall victim to CW's plays, they should try and make something decisive happen. Mueza
Going in with the G Kundo with the Dragon 1. Pops in ultimate, tries to go for the Shred as well, but it gets caught in a penalty zone. So able to escape. Rez isolated, the rest of the team wasn't there to follow it up. The Dominators said already there. K's flickering out, but Sans picks him up. Meanwhile, Albert with a Crash Shadow back. It is a 1-for-1. The XP traded in for the mid lane. That definitely favors Fnatic Onic.
That definitely Sans that we know and love. Just the gal to just walk in front of 3 people from Daewha United with no threat whatsoever, knowing that he has the black shoes, and he did just that. And now Fnatic Onic, with Case gone, they can make something happen here.
Sans has the Purify. Also the black shoes, the Lord. Already getting started by Fnatic Onic, but they can't stay too long here. Keyboy walking up, trying to go for the Glorious Pathway. Ray will be the target, pops out the chain. Cereza walking forward, a sword. Enhance Ray with the retreat. No, it's Albert who wins it out. Now an all-out foul with the Shadow Kill placed onto the back as well. Wow, with nature, the way the Dragon locks him down. What picks up the kill? Ray is an absolute beast in this team fight. Gets 2 on the board, and again, deja vu. Daewha win the fight. Fnatic Onic get the Lord.
Oh no. Restart on the bottom side for Daewha falls in that engagement, and the Lord is still available. The death timers at 15 minutes is quite punishing, but not quite enough to make losing a base tower worth it. Ray, though, in these fights, not really getting focused down, so he's using a lot of these spells aggressively. Usually you see Julian's kind of save the enhanced sword to really get out of a sticky situation, but for Ray, he's going all in these fights, knowing that the attention is going to be on Keys and Watt. So he's playing through the spacing very, very intelligently here.
For sure, on his ass as well. It's gonna be hard for him to get catch, and even Albert, multiple times he went to go for the quad shadow combo towards Keys and didn't manage to get it because he has the flicker. Looking at the gold from this team, Zarashi, by UBS Gold, Ray is topping the chart, and also Watt. So the damage from Daewha United, they're not playing around.
There's definitely a ton of damage and items for the side of Daewha. But again, they've lost a base turret at this point. And you look at it, it's still pretty even, technically, when it comes to the structures, but that base turret is just so much more significant. Fortunately for the side of Daewha, though, it is on the side where the Lord will be spawning, so that is a great silver lining. But Moeza, on the Cho, you're seeing him struggle really hard right now. He's getting zoned out, he's getting slowed, he's getting crowd controlled to high heavens here when he's trying to go for Sans and CW. And even if he does find the pickoff, the Purify just makes it such a difficult situation. And look at this, CW immediately taking the turret for free.
Another great macro read by Daewha, Fnatic Onic, but right now, they want to pull the trigger. Moeza,
Way the Dragon on the Sans still has Purify, pops it in, doesn't use the boxer just yet, and now he decides to do it. Teresa with a Primal Wrath. CW stunned up, Dominators are set now to the fronts. Hayes gets out, that's another 1 for 0, and it's Rez who takes the beating.
And you can see there, the gold showing in for what? Absolutely melting the front line of Fnatic Onic. That is a Terizla with the Quint's wings, Rashi.
At this point, Malefic Roar is in the inventory slot of Watt. He has full inventory items, if you include the boots. So anyone who really finds themselves in front of Daewha, especially with a Wrath of the Dragon, it's just going to be a quick pick-off for the side of Daewha United. The wave on the bottom side, though, being cleared by the Julian with the Kron, by the way. Ray probably attempting to make a big play in the next big team fight.
Now, 1k gold lead for Daewha United, and I think it can still happen, especially when you think about the presence of Moskov. We saw this hero performing over and over again in this kind of situation, this high ground situation. The Lord pops up again. Let's see if it's gonna be the same old story of Fnatic Onic getting the Lord.
Good read.
But somehow didn't capitalize on that CW, the weak side master.
It's just too easy for him, man. Makes a read immediately, and look at Daewha scrambling to try and find control, showing what on the top side. Fnatic Onic don't really have the resource to kind of burst down this next Lord. It is now at 19 minutes, by the way. So if the next fight concludes with Fnatic Onic getting the Lord but losing 3 or more members, Daewha can absolutely capitalize on the longer death timers. So the pressure is definitely on Fnatic Onic.
Great slow push up top. Daewha United winning in the setup game. We have the far lane dealt with Moeza, charging up that G Kundo. Wants to go for it. Way to Dragon actually locking Albert down. There might be a way to go for the Lord, but now it's already taken to the downside. So the popping of Black Shoes gets punished by Watt. CW now trying to go in the midst of it all. Watt's still able to buy the Rose Gold Medium, and Ray just demolishes CW. He's godlike. Albert left to defend all alone, pops in the quad shadow, gets one. Bow against 3, jumps in again! Shades of RRQ Albert taking the Lord, getting the save for the team. Ray's hunting for him though. And Albert will be able to recall Watt.
Wait a minute.
Up top 1v1. Watt versus Albert. He has the immortality while Albert has had to go back towards that quad shadow.
No way.
Watt's waiting, jumps out, gets away. Oh my god! With a flicker forward now, trying to read it out. That's an immortality for an immortality with a crown. Box, the quad shadow landed, and Albert wins it out, saves the game for Fnatic Onic.
The old Albert that we really love to see once again. The savior this time for Fnatic Onic. That was pretty much a 1v4 on that situation. Somehow, someway, getting the W, getting the defense for the Porcupines.
The Lord is cleared, but the waves are still available. With Watt down for 25 seconds, one turret will definitely fall. But Fnatic Onic, can they find more? Sun's walking up, having the Purify, having the black shoes. They want to get something else, man.
Good pathway down, there is no Watt to be seen. Rez! Penalty zone to 3 members. That's the crown used by Ray. Buys the immortality. Moez going to be taken down. The shadow kills Ray. Goes in with the enhanced sword. Immortality down. What is he going to buy? Nothing. Cerezo buys the immortality. Goes in the primal wrath case. And Cerezo keeping this game alive for Dewa. Watt respawns back in the game. And now we are back to 50-50.
It is square one indeed. Gold lead doesn't matter at this point. 21 minutes, Hasselab and Ray. Interesting item there, Rashi. Concentrated energy. Probably to enhance his durability in this kind of situation, knowing that he's gonna be the prime target too for Fnatic Onic.
Especially when the fights kind of get drawn out like that. He wants to be able to stay in the front a bit more reliably, man. He dove in straight in the middle there to really go for the clear, to go for the threaten. Now in the 50-50 though, you can see that Watt is just so much more impactful compared to CW. The fact that he can last for only so long against the true damage, against the max HP damage, that's why it was a great call by Erez there to just jump in towards the backline. He knows that the carry isn't available, so who exactly is supposed to take down this Terizla with the Queen's Wings? It can't be the Zask. Now it's back to the waiting game with 30 seconds to go. Both teams are going to be competing to try and get a setup advantage. But with 2 base turrets down, Fnatic Onic will have to try and use this to their maximum advantage.
Damage-wise though, take a look at Sans, right? Being all the way number 1, but then followed by 3 Dewa members. And then you see Albert, and CW is below Cerezo.
Cerezo on the Edith, it's not just a tank, man. The Primal Wrath form, the fact that he is so free to try and make plays, because again, you're focusing on the carry, you're focusing on the Julian. The Edith in the Primal Wrath form for Cerezo has been outputting an insane amount of damage again and again, and he has a Starlium and Thunderbelt for the next fight, so the burst is something that Fnatic Onic need to kind of consider here. Might be a bit more than they expect, but look at the plays here for Fnatic Onic. Immediately putting Keyboy and on bodyguard duty for CW, but Dewa sending everyone down to the Lord. Do they want to try and gamble and burst it down?
Yep. They started out.
They have a carry. They can't do it.
They have all the burst that they need for Moisa to pull pretty much the trigger on towards the front line of Fnatic Onic. Moisa so far in this game, he has been a bit indecisive with his engages. As the long lane will be pushed by Watt. It's a 1v1 in the top lane, but let's see though. Will Fnatic Onic wants to blitz this one?
We see the pattern. Whoever holds on to the Lord too long gets
no.
chunked by the Lord. Ray is in prime position. Albert reads it out. Jumps on the Ray now with Quad Shadow as well. Ray unable to find a chain right now. Pops in, he has sword over the Sans, gets stunned up, and he might just be taken out. With a crowd by Ray. Rose goes medium to and won't save him. Meanwhile, up top, Mueza looking for the play as well. CW taken out. That is a jungle. No, CW buys it with a crowd. He's actually buying so much time. Watt gets him down.
No!
Reset the Lord!
Oh
They tried to go for the save perhaps on CW. This hesitation might have just killed them.
And Albert is very, very low. I don't think it's a good or a wise idea for Fnatic Onic to go for this one. They have enough damage to contest for this. Albert buying the Haskell, seems like.
Albert, can he do it right now? He's gonna be the chain CC onto him with a primal wrap there. Rez secures it. Watt versus Keyboy all alone. Moez at the back line losing immortality. Watt gets the world all alone. Getting hammered down as Cerezo uses the primal wrap to try to take someone down. But Dewa could not find a trade.
The retribution. The king is eliminated. Albert was eliminated from the Lord pit. But the rookie stepping up to the plate. Rez getting the Lord for Fnatic Onic.
the depth of their despair, the rookie shines the air of the Sky Throne. Like we said, is it destined at this point? Because for Dewa, what is done for 30 seconds? There's a massive window here for Fnatic Onyx to force another catch, force another fight. You gotta be careful for the glorious pathway, man. For Keyboy, there's so many ways for them to try and make something happen. Rez also, no flicker, but the penalty zone is definitely a danger.
There's only one way. First pathway down, Muesa. No escape right now. The base is wide open. CW wants to go for it. K's unable to defend. CW now dealing some damage. You're gonna go for the team fight first with the penalty zone locking them down. Chorizo buys the immortality, but it is too late. Fnatic Onyx come back to make it 1-0.
Fnatic Onyx is still standing strong, saying, this is our domain, the skies is ours. Let's see though, it's a best of 3, Dewa United. A lot of potential shown in that game, but at the end of the day, Onyx gets the last laugh.
It was looking so close at that final fight, man. Losing CW, kind of going all in with an assassin against a Cho, against an Edith. So many ways for it to go wrong, and yet, once again, Fnatic Onyx show that the odds don't matter when the Sky Kings are in town.
1-0 away for them to bounce back.
Yeah.